have the newer headlights, but we have zero down there. We get the old, you couldn't afford a premium plastic covers on here. So we're going to get to removing this and then putting in the fog lights. Let's show the fog lights. Here's all the wiring. There's one, the other one's over there. And these are eBay. I'll put the link in the description. They were $35. We chose the yellow option because we just didn't know if the amber or the
OEM color.
Yeah, the OEM color
match the color of the lights.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
always a good contrast color.
Do you want to talk? Alright, so this should be a pretty quick install. I'm looking at the wiring that they sent us. It looks like it's all pre-done up. Just plug and play. I gotta tap the battery, but you gotta run the wires inside to the engine, to the passenger compartment. So we gotta find somewhere to do that. Then I'll figure out exactly how these mount up. I will review them. You know, if they're bad, I will let you know. Either way, so you can know if you want to waste your 35 bucks. But look, it's just 35 bucks, so it's worth a gamble. And yeah, let's get to taking that bumper off. This plastic cover here has to be cut out because it's molded in there. So I pulled out my Dremel and I'm just gonna start cutting it out. Here's the light. First thing you gotta do is take off the brackets if they're already attached. So they provided us with these brackets so you can clip on the inside here of the bracket. However, and they're supposed to go through these holes. The screws they provided are way too big to fit inside these pre-threaded holes here, and these are the brackets that you attach your light to. You're supposed to mount them here and then screw bolts in through here and down through the bottom, but they didn't provide the bolts. However, if you get the light in, and I'm gonna show you, and you just mount it from the inside, and then when you're tightening it, you're pulling on it to tighten it up against this lip. It's gonna stay secure, so you won't even need those screws. All right, so you take this bracket here, and you see these slides, and you slide them underneath the screw. And that holds that piece in there. And then this bracket here, the inner bracket, towards the center of the car, this piece mounts down the bottom, and you're supposed to use one of these brackets here. You put it on the bumper piece, and then you put a bolt in, and you tighten everything down. You use this hole here, the one that's closer to the fold here, and the hole is too small for the bolts that they sent for us. Now if you get your kit, another kit, it may come with the right size bolts, but if it comes with the same size that mine came with, then you have to enlarge this hole, and I'm just using a little screwdriver instead of bringing out a drill, because you don't have to enlarge it by much. And now that hole is big enough for this screw to fit in. We can move on. One of these squeezy things down the bottom here. I don't know the proper term for these, but I always use them. So actually, I'm gonna use this one here. All right, and that's why I had to make that hole bigger, so I could use that clamp underneath and tighten this whole piece down. And tighten up these, which hold the fog light in from the front. That's secure, and there we go. These only go in one way. Kind of easy to figure it out. There we go. I just gotta So at this point, the bumper can go back on because all of this is wired up, and I have the wire into the engine bay. And both lights are installed. Before I move any further, if I just take this wire here, this is the power wire. Tap it to the battery. Right? Yep. Okay, guys, it's the next day. We were going to finish it up yesterday, but the wiring, it just took a turn for the worst. These things, yeah, they ain't no good. They ain't no good. They provided us a wiring harness for us just to directly wire it up to the battery. It comes with its own relay and button and switch and everything. But the directions are around basically tapping into the fuse box and using the existing wiring, and it's totally confusing. I don't know why they sent those directions when they send out parts that suggest otherwise. So once they realized what I needed to do, it was too late in the day to even start. So now Brandon's not here. He started his job, so he's at training, and I'm just gonna finish his up. We got the lights installed, so we just got to finish running the wiring. So let's get it done. Now I just got to try to find out where to run a wire into the engine bay. I don't know anything about this car or where the access points are, so see if I can find something. Hopefully I don't have to tear a bunch apart. All right, so I quickly found out that there's some big thicker wires here, and this white wire going into this harness is 12 volt constant. So I went ahead and tapped that wire and hit it with a little bit of solder. Hopefully that's good enough so it doesn't come loose. And then this one right next to it with the red stripe is 12 volts accessory and on. So that's the other wire. The second wire is soldered. Time to tape everything up and ground it. I grounded the harness right here. Makes sense. There's another ground there. Now all I gotta do is plug in the switch. The switch does not fit right, so that's another thing. All right, so here's the opening for the switch. I'm trying to get that. And if you take the switch and push it in, it hits. It's a little too big. It hits up there and it hits down the bottom. So I can either shave this thing here a little bit, or try to figure out how to wire up this switch, which is an OEM switch that I pulled out of the junkyard car. For now, I'm just going to plug up the switch that came with the set, make sure everything works. So I really had to butcher that button up in order to get it to fit in there and actually function. It was sticking and too tight on either side, and top and bottom. But there we go. It doesn't look pretty. I could probably paint it, make it look better. So I have some satin black paint, and I'm just going to touch up the button a little bit and put those instructions to good use. All right, we're all done. Everything is functioning the way it should. The button comes in and out without sticking. It's a little rugged looking, but I do have the stock button that I can try to wire up when I have some free time, which will be never. So this button will most likely stay in here forever. But who knows? Like I say, the lights are installed. They look pretty good. The fitment is decent. You know, the bumper, it's not a great bumper. It's got nick scratches and all types of stuff. But you can see here, they look all right. Hey guys, well that footage was actually shot a few months ago, and since then everything has been working fine with the fog lights. I just wanted to add some points in there that I think were missed. I don't know where the footage went, but I did find a hole. It was in the center of the firewall up top, and it was just a little grommet that I ended up using. It was a little hard to get to from inside the cabin, but not too bad. Also, the way we wired the lights up were we wanted to make sure that the fog lights could not be turned on with the car's ignition off. So yeah, that was one of the things. Didn't want to risk, you know, running his battery down by accidentally leaving the fogs on. And secondly, we did leave the switch the way it was. I didn't try to wire up the aftermarket one. We still have it, but just it's not something that either one of us has been worried about. So yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe and comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.